Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here with another brew review, and as you guys know, I am always on the lookout for decent alcohol free or low alcoholic beers. So we are gonna try another one. Today we are gonna try the Schol by the Scheldebrouwerij. Now that is a lot of sch, and I know that this is a sound that is not very often used in a lot of languages that a lot of my viewers speak. I cannot imagine a sch in German, in French, or in English, for example. But that is a very often used sound in Dutch or in Flemish. Scheldebrouwerij is oftentimes portrayed as a Dutch brewery, but it is in fact a Belgian brewery. They are right on that border region, not too far from here, and they are of course named after the river Schelde, which is the main river running through Antwerp. They also call us Scheldevolk or Schelde people. Now, the Schelde is a large river, and we even have beaches and stuff. There's the Oosterschelde, the Eastern Schelde, and all that. Now, these guys are a bit sea savvy, let's say. So their logo is a nice crab. There are a lot of crabs in Zeeland, for example. And since this is their alcohol-free version, they actually made their new label nice and pastel and calming and all that. They did have a complete rebrand a while ago. But let's talk about this one. The Scheldebrouwerij has been around for about 30 years, I think 1994-ish. And they make a bunch of beers, always sea themed. Zeezuiper, so a sea drinker, and oyster stout. It's always in a nautical theme or in a coastal theme, let's say. In this case, they call their beer Schol, and I eat that shit up because that is another wordplay. Schol is a fish. It's the name of a fish, but it's also what we say when we ching. So instead of saying cheers, we in Antwerp and some other regions in Belgium say Schol. So hey, Schol. So yeah, again, that coastal nautical theme, the Schol, the fish. Also, this is a flat fish, like a very small stingray, for example. Now, what can I say about this beer? I think they say it best on their label. A balanced multi-grain beer with a fresh and refreshing nose for the conscious, balanced drinker. Brewed completely natural for a well-rounded flavor profile without de-alcoholization. An alcohol-free thirst quencher with depth and flatly amazing. Schol, again referring to the flat fish. They even made a separate website for this beer, schol.beer, which I actually forgot to view. But yeah, the thing that stands out here for me is without de-alcoholization. That means that they use a low fermenting yeast. And I mean a low alcoholic fermenting yeast. Not like a lager, but just low alcoholic, not low temperature. They talk about multi-grains. I know that for some people that is very imaginative, but they are just very open and honest. So what do they say about ingredients? Water, barley malt, wheat malt, oat flakes and spelt malt. And they added lime leaves and ginger with the hops and the yeast. Frankly, that sounds amazing. Most of the times I love beers with oats. Spelt is always a nice addition. Wheat and oats, a lot of protein, so again, well-rounded, very full, very mouthy, let's say. Lime leaves, that's a first for me. I love lime. My favorite non-alcoholic beverage is the Pepsi Max or the Diet Pepsi Lime. And I like ginger as well, so what could possibly go wrong? What else do they tell us? They tell us they have a 6 EBC. That's light. And 22 EBUs or IBUs. For people that don't know this, EBUs and IBUs are interchangeable. IBUs are international bitter units and EBUs are European bitter units. Yeah, don't care about that too much. This is a 0.4% ABV, which is in Belgium still legal to call alcohol free. We go up to 0.5. Yeah, without further ado, let's have a taste, because I am really, really curious now. Love this can, love this color of this bottle cap. And I say can, I mean bottle, of course. Whew, I'm tired. Without too much work, beautiful head of foam, a nice hazy, pale, lovely, sparkly beer. Thick head of foam, mixed density bubbles, nice creamy top. Actually, this beer has everything that we want to see in a beer. I'm getting high hopes here. Aroma wise, strange, very odd. Slightly acidic, very vegetal. Yeah, very leafy. My mind may be fixated on those lime leaves, but I actually get a lot of chlorophyll here, so leaf greens. Tree sap. Yeah, a bit of bark. Absolutely not what I expected, actually. Yeah, not necessarily lime or ginger. Not too hoppy, not malty. But very vegetal, so a lot of green leaves and even a bit of tomato. Now it's either that or I'm having a stroke, but yeah, we'll see in a minute. So very, very interesting aroma. Now it is very important to understand when tasting beer, if you get any aroma that you don't expect, don't write the beer off as bad immediately. Just go in open-minded, because I mentioned tomato because I get a slightly savory, fruity, juicy aroma. That doesn't mean that this is like spaghetti bolognese. I just get a hint of tomato in there, but a lot of leafy greens, maybe a bit of hop, but that is about it. But that just makes me more, oh, I'm getting a bit ginger now. Now that the foam fell, I'm getting the ginger. But yeah, again, this just makes me more curious, so let's have a taste. Cheers. honestly, it's not too different from the Aroma. Right off the bat, I must admit that this has a very distinct, typical non-alcoholic flavor. I know we have talked about this before. But because of what they did with this beer, it's actually rather pleasant. So they actually just bend it to the plus side. Oftentimes that non-alcoholic by flavor is perceived as unpleasant, and I'm a bit on the fence here, because technically it is still a bit unpleasant, but they actually made this into something fun, something interesting, by adding those lime leaves, by adding those pieces of ginger. Now, apart from that one specific flavor that I am focusing on too much, I do get the leaves, I do get the ginger, a lot of it. And when it comes to mouthfeel, it's pretty well rounded and watery at the same time, which is funny. So it's like a very pleasant, sparkly water, let's say, with that lime, with that ginger, but it still has that protein content from the oats, from the wheats. It's somewhere in between all of those things. Very weird. And I am a bit surprised, but that is completely on me, because with the Scheldebrouwerij I should have expected things like this. They're always in for shenanigans, and always open and honest as well, which I really, really appreciate in breweries or in people in general. And this is a beer that is absolutely killing me for one simple reason, and that is I'm not the biggest fan of the initial flavor, but it really grows on me, and the after flavor is, I'm not gonna say phenomenal, but it is very pleasant, at least in my book, because this is a flavor that I really like. It's a very juicy, bitter flavor. And they mentioned balanced. It's not balanced. But they also mentioned a thirst quencher, and it is absolutely a thirst quencher. Yeah, I could see me drink one or two of these on a hot summer's day, maybe after cycling a bit. As usual, yeah, it's not great, but on the other hand, it is a very nice alternative. It is a decent beer. So how should I score this? Let's give it an even 3. Yeah, 3 sounds about right. Okay, as usual, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment down below if you have anything to say or to ask, and if you want to support this channel, leave a comment down below, or share this video and maybe add to the Patreon page. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and you'll get notified whenever I upload something, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.